Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 42 of the Two Kimberlites podcast. Once again, Marv, we are going strong.
Yes.
Getting to our
Cutting it close though.
once every month. I think we have done more this whole year so far than we did last year. You think so?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so. I think last year we were like once every quarter. We were a quarterly podcast, rather than a monthly podcast. But yeah. For those who don't know, we are literally just doing every day to talk mostly about games, but recently we've branched out a bit more. Talk about movies, talk about
Books.
kids, books. Yes, that's the big one. So yeah. Anyway, the big news is Marv's confinement nanny is now bye.
Yep. Had a second kid.
Oh yeah. I mean, people know that you have the second kid, but they didn't know that you already how. It's 1
She
month,
is
like 5 weeks.
officially
6 weeks.
Tomorrow is her 5th week. The end of her 5th week.
Okay, let's go.
Or
How does it?
rather,
How has
1 month and 1 week lah. Tomorrow. 1 month and 1 week tomorrow.
this is
Yeah.
the first time you've had confinement nanny, right? You didn't have it before with Mary?
Nope.
Did you?
Nope. Confinement nanny first time, yes. For Meredith, I was the confinement nanny lah. Yeah.
Yeah, same. I didn't.
Yeah.
We didn't have.
I mean the story, I think I told it before, but I'll just say again, the story was my mom and my mother-in-law. Okay, so my parents are actually overseas today, that's why I can speak more clearly and loudly and freely.
Wait, aren't they in their rooms normally?
Normally lah, but you know, I still can't like talk loudly, right? Yeah. So my mom and my mom-in-law were like, don't need lah, you know, we raise your, you know, we have children, we can do it again. Don't waste money. Why you wanna pay $4,000? So we're like, okay lah. So we just got food for Meredith. Like we got the confinement food delivered to the house, right? Thompson some more.
What's it called? Tingkat?
Tingkat, yeah. Thompson Medical some more. So it's like, I think it was like 2,000 ish, or 2,000. I can't remember.
But at that price, you might as well just go for the confinement nanny.
I know, right? Yeah. And then who would have known? First day, Meredith came back. First bath of the day, like first bath at home. She started screaming. Yeah, the moment she touched the water, she started screaming. And then both moms were like panic, don't know what to do. Then they're like, never mind, don't bathe, it's okay. Then I'm like, what the heck, don't bathe. So I took over, then I bathed her, like, you know, like slowly sprinkle the water over her head, then let her calm down. Yeah. But end up I did okay lah. I wouldn't say they didn't do anything, but I think I did the bulk of like the prepping and so I had to boil the water for her bath. Then my mother-in-law would do like the red date tea and all that.
But that's for share lah.
Yeah, then my mom would help with the cleaning of the house and the laundry. Okay. Then I did basically the washing of the bottles and stuff and the night duty lah.
Yeah. I mean, our kids were COVID babies, so our first kid was COVID.
Yeah.
Like Meredith and Brecker were COVID babies.
Yep. So when the confinement nanny came, she did ask like, so for your first one, 有没有叫confinement nanny? Like do you get a confinement nanny? Then I said no, I did it. Then she's like, huh? You can do ah? Then I was like, yeah, can. But of course we are inexperienced, right? So a lot of things we are like just trial and error. So after like this whole experience of having a actual confinement nanny with experience, and apparently she's gold tier, like
gold.
Yeah. So we got her from the agency that is it's called PEM. It's quite a popular, famous like confinement agency in Singapore, and she's gold tier lah. Basically, she has good reviews. Yeah.
Are there people without gold tier?
So you need to maintain, like, I'm not very sure like how many consecutive like good reviews, and then you to maintain your gold tier. And apparently if you are gold tier, you get extra $150 per
at the end,
like per job. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But because we chose her, so she was actually recommended by Sherilyn's friend who used her about a year plus ago.
So she's going to use her again, right?
So she gets 250 instead of extra 150. Yeah,
which is good for her. Good for her and good for you. You get to choose.
Yeah. But as I was saying, like after a month of having her, wow, I gotta say, she's really good. Number one, she's really good. Like, she's really knowledgeable. She cooks very well, and I think what we really like about her is that she didn't try to impose like any things, you know. Because we've heard like horror stories of nannies who have come and then say like, oh, you must do it this way, you must do this way, and then some of them are a bit like you know, they butt heads, right? Yeah, she didn't. Yeah, she just kept quiet until we asked her. Then she would give like her advice. And then if you don't want to follow, obviously she don't care lah. But we I think we tried to follow whatever she said. Yeah, it was a good experience. I would definitely hire her again if I ever have a third kid.
No, you already said, right? Like, you wish you could have her for 2 months. You would pay her.
I wish I could employ her for life. So when she was here, right, there was actually 1 week where Toto like wrote up to 12 million. Yeah, so that on that day we told her about it lah. Then my mom was like, if we hit the 12 million, we will employ you, okay? Then she's like, if you hit the 12 million, I work for you. I won't mind, but then we need to discuss how much you're paying me.
Yeah. If you need to, cannot be less than what she's earning now.
Yeah. But it's a very shag job. It's honestly a very, very shag job.
But the shag job is because like the first month is very, very tough on the mom and the
she's
parents,
waking up like every 1.5 hours to take care of the baby. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not the same as being like a helper in Singapore, because your kids will grow out of that phase, right? Like right now, Meredith will, has like set wake up time. She doesn't wake up in the middle of the night.
Correct.
Most of the
time. She sleeps through all the way, no issue.
That is way easier than like, and then of course after that you just obviously just like cleaning the house and cooking food is like, it's difficult, but it's not as difficult as having to like to wake up every like 3 times. And
I think the sleeping is the worst. I think it's more than 3 times because. She goes to bed quite early, like maybe 10-ish.
But she has to, right?
Yeah, but she wakes up at 5. Yeah.
Yeah, because she needs to go cook, right?
Because she has to. Yeah, she has to boil the stuff and all that. And because she has a chart that she shares with us, right? So you can see she literally wakes up every Olivia drinks every 2 hours, so she's waking up every 1.5 hours. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just she has a chart. Wow, it's not like just off the fly.
She gave us a copy of it, so I photocopied like a whole stack of it, so that I can use it also. Because it's a chart that tracks like the drinking, the poo, the diaper, the temperature.
So instead of using an app, like which is what we do, she uses a physical chart.
Yeah,
right?
So it's and it's just there in the room, like, so anybody who walks in can see.
You can see. I mean, that's the good thing also. Sometimes it's good to have old school. Because last time Mary and I, it's just 2 of us, so we use an app, but.
But now because there's my parents also, so they help. Sometimes they help to feed her.
Yeah. So they can see, right? Like, okay, we fed her at this time. How much she drank?
Correct.
When did she last shower? When she last poop? Everything.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Well, now you have to.
Yeah. It's been a week.
You told me she went back to the friend that recommended you, right?
Oh no. So it was another friend, which is they're all friends. So they're all Sherilyn's friends. Like one group of them. Yeah.
All sharing the same confinement then.
Yeah, so she's going to another friend in like 2 weeks time. 1 or 2 weeks time. Yeah.
She has like so did she tell you like what her break, like does she usually like work for 1 month and then break for half a month?
So what was quite cool is that we got quite close with her lah. Also because she's Hakka and my mom's Hakka. So they were speaking in their language like at home, their dialect. Yeah. So I think they bonded also, like to the point where we just asked her to eat dinner with us, like, because normally they don't. The convent nannies will eat after everyone.
Just do that. Yeah.
Yeah, like so she'll sit with us, then she'll chit chat with us. We even brought her out for lunch. Like we brought her to have seafood. Yeah, and then we invited her daughter also, because her daughter also works in Singapore. Yeah, so it was quite nice. Like we really like bonded with her lah. So she was sharing with us that she works 6 to 8 jobs a year.
Okay.
Like she doesn't go more than 8 because it's just too tiring. Yeah. So she normally has at least 2 weeks to 3 weeks between each job.
Rest.
Yeah, and then she's quite active though, like, because like we added each other on like Google. Google has their own social network thing. Do you know?
No.
Yeah, I didn't know either. I didn't know either. So apparently there is. So she posts like her pictures and all that on her Google account. Yeah, and then she's quite adventurous. She does like hiking. She just went skydiving like a few months ago. And
As
in
in,
New
like,
Zealand,
it's like the Google version of Instagram. Is that what you're saying?
it's a Google version of like Facebook.
Okay. I mean,
Yeah.
Facebook sucks, so now I guess it's better.
Like kind of like a mesh between Facebook and Instagram lah. So it's quite cool. Like she's not that old. She's 51 and she's still very, very active.
Doing all this kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, she has to be, but that's kind of cool. That, and then she has a daughter also who's in Singapore.
Yeah.
That's cool.
She has 2 kids. So one of them's in Singapore lah. Yes. She wants to say goodnight to you. Hold on.
Okay. Don't think she can.
Good night.
Good night. She can't hear me, but good night.
Uncle Ian says goodnight. Okay. Good night. Go sleep. Yeah. So I mean, she's still very active. Like, so she says like normally her break is like she will sleep for like 3 days. She do nothing but sleep, wake up, eat. Yeah, just to like gain back her energy. Then after that, she will do all her physical activities. She'll clean the house. Then she'll go do hiking, go walking, or that running.
Yeah, I guess for her, because her 1 month is a full-time job, she doesn't really have time to do like we go to the gym and stuff like that. Or like
she's 24 hours on duty. If you think about it, it's 24 hours. So they only get 1 hour break a day.
Yeah. Did she actually? It's so interesting to talk to people to her because she works with so many different people, right? Like, did you ask her like who's her worst?
So,
like, who's her worst?
She has shared that there was one of the worst ones that she had was like after 2 weeks, right? She wanted to leave, but they don't allow because you can't leave. Only the employer can sack you. Can request for a change. Yeah, you can't leave. You have to talk through.
Right. Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
I think if you leave, like you cannot penalize or something like that.
Yeah. Your review score go down. Right?
Yeah. So she said it was so bad that she called her daughter and she cried. Yeah.
What did she say? Why it was bad?
She just said like the people were super like unappreciative and uncooperative lah. Yeah.
Like she's a slave, not a helper.
Yes. But she made it through lah. She made it through. It's really not tough. Not easy. Super tough.
The good thing is that there's a deadline, right? It's a month.
Yeah, correct.
You only have to tong for a month, but it still sucks, right? Because like especially if it's the start of the month, you're like, this is like you already know at the start.
Because if you know like the people suck, then you're damn sian. That's why we really like tried like our best to make her feel welcome. Yeah. To feel like she's like a friend. Like you're not here to serve me, You're here to help me. You're not here to serve me.
Yeah. I think that's the same way that a lot of Singaporeans treat their helpers, right? Like their mates, the people that they hire. Some people are like have the idea that you're an employee, and I pay you. I'm your employer. You're just a helper. So like, because I pay your bills, I pay your salary. I can do whatever I want.
I think that's like a whole other can of worms. That it's one of my personal pet peeves lah. Like I kind of judge people by the way they treat their helper.
Of course, you judge people by how they treat their lowest common denominator, right?
Yeah.
Like how they treat like the people the drag. What we determine as like dregs of society is how it like kind of reveals what kind of character they are.
Yep.
Because everybody is nice to their boss, right?
Yep.
Nobody is bad to their boss, right?
Yeah.
But how you treat people below you, especially when nobody is looking, which is at home, right?
Correct.
That's how you judge someone's character.
Yep.
Yeah, so I guess to see like she will, and she speaks. I'm sure she speaks fluent English also, right?
No, actually, she doesn't. Her English is like, her daughter says it's about primary school level, like 10 to 12 years old level.
But I mean that's like clean this, clean that. Help me take.
No, but I mean we speak to her in Chinese lah.
Yeah.
It was really tough for me, but but it was fine. Yeah.
Okay, like you improve your Chinese also lah.
Yeah,
right?
I was forced to speak to her in Chinese, but I mean, there were quite a few instances where she said stuff, and I'm like, I don't understand what you're talking about. Somehow she has the Malaysian accent also.
Yeah. It's different kind of Chinese, right?
Yeah. But it's fine because she'll speak in Hakka to my mom. Then I find that I can understand her better.
Really?
Yeah, than Chinese. Because sometimes she'll use like damn chim Chinese words. And I'm like, to me it's chim lah. But it's probably like just regular Chinese words.
It's probably standard Chinese.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the vocab lah. It's the words
vocab
that you. And it's also, what's the word for it? I know the Japanese word for it, but it's like specific words, right? Related to like babies.
It's terms. It's like certain terms.
It's a technical word, so you won't learn it unless you're in the industry.
Yeah, but she's really nice. So I actually, we told her lah, like if we ever have a third one, we'll definitely wanna hire you back, and I think she'll be very happy to come back.
Yeah. Because I mean, obviously, if there's some familiarity, right? Like you know, for her, I think like I can't speak for her, but I can imagine if I was in her position, when you go to a new place, it can swing either way. Like you can either have a good family or like you're like, oh crap, this is a bad family. But then if you know you're going back to a good, like a place that you enjoy, then it kind of like takes the stress off of you, right?
Yep.
You kind of feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's been a week, it's been a week since she's left, and okay, we're still surviving. Yeah, I'm actually quite tired.
Like Olivia is worse? I mean, worse when I say worse, I mean like her habits are different, or is it just because she tong a lot of it for
I
you?
actually
Like
think,
the nanny.
I actually think okay, it's like just comparing this week because we have been without her, right? Without the nanny, I actually think Olivia is slightly better.
Okay.
Than Meredith so far. Yeah.
Okay. As in, you're comparing her to Meredith, right? No, I'm saying
Yes.
that comparing her to like the first month.
Correct. Like I'm comparing her to when Meredith was like 5 weeks old, and Oliver at 5 weeks old. I think Oliver is a slightly easier baby. Yeah. So we've been taking turns doing the nights, but we realized that it's damn shag to do the whole night. So we have recently, like the last couple of days, we swapped to a half. So like Charlene or me will do like until like maybe 3 or 4 o'clock. Then we'll swap.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Check. Alright. Good to know, man. Good to know you're doing okay though. At least better. So hopefully, but like, babies, they have like they will go from like waking up every 2 hours to every 3 hours. Then eventually, maybe have one night where it's just one week.
Yeah.
And then eventually they go
she's
crazy
going
again.
to, sometimes she's on 3 already. 3 plus even. Yeah. But sometimes she's on like 1.5. So it's still not constant. That's the issue. Yeah.
Okay. That's good. Oh, okay. I want to ask you what have you been playing or watching?
Okay, so playing wise, I haven't actually been playing much.
So you've been playing a Switch.
I would say I haven't been playing much new stuff because technically Tears of the Kingdom is not a new game, right?
The title is not what have you been playing, what new things it's just what have you been playing.
So it's okay lah. It's new to me lah. Relatively new to me. I did play it for like I don't know, a couple of hours when it came out, because I pirated it, right? But yeah, so anyway, I got a Switch too. That's something new for me. Actually, the most played game on the Switch too is actually Mario Kart. So Meredith and I have been playing a lot of Mario Kart, and she's getting better.
That's good.
Like she's
actually, how does she learn? Because actually recently I've been wanting to play a bit more games with Becca, but then like she can't really control. I guess Mario Kart is pretty easy because you don't really control camera.
So what I do for her is Mario Kart has a few like accessibility options. So there is auto steer, which will keep you in the correct direction. It will not let you go in reverse.
Okay? That's the one that I use.
Auto accelerate, so she doesn't have to press and hold the accelerator, which is really important. Yeah. And then there is also auto item, so it'll use items for you. But
is it only in World 2? Is that only in World?
You mean
World?
I'm not sure.
Is that in Card 8? Okay.
I don't remember about Deluxe, but I turned that off so she can aim. So she uses it on her own. And then the last one is the tilt functions. So you can turn that on or off. So if you off, it's joystick.
Yeah. Do you find she uses the tilt better?
So she uses tilt better. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe.
So at the beginning, it's tough because the tilt function, like you can overturn, then end up she'll be like going right, then left, then right, because she'll be doing like this and this and this, right? So now she's gotten to the point where she's quite good. She can do like very micro movements. And she's improved to the point where she can get first.
She's not last.
Like legitly first. Like she can beat me. Like when she has a good day, she can beat me. Yeah.
Oh, that's high. Like Becca is always last.
Yeah. So she's not. I would say she's never last anymore. She's never last anymore. Yeah. Yeah. She's normally like at least top half most of the time.
Did you used to play Card 8 with her? Mario Kart 8 with her?
No. This is the first card that she's played.
So did you play Mario Kart 8?
I did.
Did you have Mario?
I did. Yeah.
So do you remember how it played?
I can't remember.
Because I want to ask you like your comparison between.
No, I don't remember. I mean, I played it like years ago, and I didn't touch it for years, actually.
Yeah. That's true.
But
Okay, so Tears of
it's good because I mean, what I like about it is that there's an open world.
yeah. But I heard
Yeah.
that's also a very what do you call it? Like people say it's very superficial.
Actually, there are okay. So the open world is open world, but in the open world there are a ton of challenges that you can activate.
Yeah.
Yeah, so those are actually very challenging. Like to the point where I can't. There's some of them I just give up because it's too tough. Yeah.
Like as in like mini challenges, right? Like jump through these 3 rings in one shot.
Like
that.
you have to complete this time trial, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then I mean they add a lot of stuff like you can jump and then like drive on the walls.
The thing is that the complaint I hear online is that people say that you can't just play track by track by track. Like some people, to practice their racing, they like finish the track, they just replay the track over and over again until they get good, until they memorize the track. But
I'm
here,
not sure about that.
I heard you can't do this now, but you kind of have to like if you want to try different tracks, you kind of have to like drive to that area to do the track.
Oh no, I think that's an option. You can turn it off.
Really? I don't know.
Yeah. But I mean, I didn't really bother about that lah. Because the thing that we are more concerned about is collecting the vehicles and the costumes.
Yeah.
So you have to. There's certain things you have to do to unlock the costumes.
There are different types of Mario Kart players, right? There are people who are just playing it to unlock everything and just have fun. There are people who are like trying to like play online, master the game.
Right. So I've not gone online yet. I don't think I ever will.
Did you play the Battle Royale one? The one where like every round they cut the bottom?
Oh yes, I did.
Was but I played. That sounds like fun.
Everybody says that's the best. I played with CPU, and I played the hardest difficulty, and it's really very tough. I've not gotten first before.
Yeah. And you played. I heard there's also no 200cc. It's only up to 150.
Yes, 150 only. Yeah.
That's
maybe DLC lah.
I know 200cc. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that's that. Tears of Kingdom, I have like maybe 5 hours so far. Just taking my time. It's very different from Breath of the Wild. I mean, it's the same world, right? But the mechanics are all different.
Because you have to build.
Because all your powers are different. You don't have a single same power, similar power.
Is it called Master Hand? The one that you
Ultra Hand. Ultra Hand. So there's Ultra Hand, there's Fuse, there's Ascend, and then there's Rewind. Yeah. It's definitely
kind of crazy.
Way more heavy, like mechanically heavy.
Of course,
than Breath of the Wild.
Because when Breath of the Wild came out, the 4 basic functions were very basic.
Yeah.
But in a cool way, like they used basic things for different things. Because it was like gravity. One was controlling the ball, right? You can carry the ball and everything. Yeah. But this one is like, I mean, just the Ultra Hand itself you can build so many different things, right?
Yep.
There's so many different ways to solve the.
I've seen people build like Gundams and stuff. It's quite cool. Yeah. I mean, I'm having fun with it. I'll just take my time. No rush.
And so you can output. Tears of the Kingdom can output 4K.
4K 60 FPS on dock mode lah.
Wow.
Yeah.
4K
I've been playing mainly dock. Yeah.
Okay, I mean, if you have a nice TV, but does it output like? Of course, on the screen it's like one. Is it 1280 on the screen or 119?
I think it's 1080. Is it? You're talking about handheld mode, right?
Yeah, handheld mode.
Switch to.
Because like your even your Steam Deck is not 1080.
No, Steam Deck is like 840. Yeah.
800.
1080. Correct. 1080.
Yeah, and so that would definitely be that would definitely run. Does it go to 120 or just 60? Just 60, right? I heard Mario.
Is it?
Yeah, I heard Mario Kart is handheld is 120.
Oh wow!
But then
120.
Oh yeah. So generally, I understand. I think handheld generally they try to aim for 120. Yeah. So you might have to try.
Yeah.
You might have to try playing it in 120.
I've not played it much handheld. Maybe like 20% of the time. Yeah, but mostly docked. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, 4K is hard to give up, right? 4K is quite cool.
Yeah.
Your Switch never even dream of 4K.
The other game that I've been playing a lot with Meredith is Smash. Like Smash Ultimate? The Switch one version.
Yeah. Smash Brothers Ultimate. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, that's fun. I've been playing. We play Mario Party with Rebecca, and today I play. There's a game called Unpacking. Have you heard of it before?
Yep.
Yeah, it's a game where you kind of unpack like boxes and you put them around. And was quite fun lah. So we kind of it's actually very good for teaching because she'll say in Japanese, right, like over here, over there, over here. But I'll tell her like no, like tell me specifically in English,
Where
like
is it? Yeah.
at the window, in the drawer.
Oh, that's a good way to
below
practice
the
her
table.
English. Yeah.
Right? So I'll say, because she'll say in Japanese, right? Asoko, 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 soko. I'll be like, what is? I mean, I know where she's talking about, but like, I don't want her to just say that, right? Just tell her like, what do you mean? You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I think that's been pretty fun. And today we tried to play Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga. Because I connect my deck is now downstairs also, so I connect to the TV. But the trouble, I think one thing is difficult that we take for granted is when you have a game that requires camera control. That's a whole different level.
Correct. Because the double joystick is the tough part.
You need to teach, like you're going to teach for kids, you want to play a game that doesn't require camera controls or has auto camera controls. Like we'll always like focus it on center. Yeah, if not, it's very difficult. Yeah, I've been playing, I think since we talked, I've actually played a lot of different games. I finished playing Stray, so the cat game.
The cat game, yep.
I finished playing Stray. I'm not a cat person, but I just thought I'll just try it. It's very short. It's like 6-7 hours to play it. It's a great game on the deck. Like it runs smooth. It's like you can run it at like 60, I think, most of the time. And it's a very I just played it like as a story based game lah. I didn't really think of it as like a. It's really simple. I played a game called The Altars. Have you heard of it? That's the one that that you are stranded on a planet, and you have to create you have to create alternate versions of yourself to run the base.
Some hoo-ha about it because it uses like
AI. But then it uses AI on a very small. It doesn't even use AI for like the main plot. It uses AI for like like they put a newspaper on the desk, then what the headline for the newspaper is generated with AI. Like it's not a big deal. I mean, but the main thing is that you have to disclose whether things are generated with AI on Steam.
Yep.
I think but it's a lot of nonsense about nothing, I feel. But it's a very, very good, very interesting game. The story is really interesting. I played it all on Game Pass. So I have Game Pass, I played it all on Game Pass, and I use GeForce Now to play it, so I play it on my deck as well.
Nice.
I'm playing right now Kazan, the first
How is
Berserker. You know Kazan?
Yes.
It's good. It's good. But it is very difficult. Like
it's a
now they
roguelike,
created. Sorry?
No, it's a Souls-like, right?
Souls-like, but it's like a boss. I call it a boss simulator. It is difficult, but now they lowered the difficulty. So part of the bad reviews recently is their base normal difficulty was their easy difficulty. So now now it's like last time when I first played it, like halfway during my playthrough, they changed the base difficulty from so the normal difficulty last time is now challenging, and the easy is now normal.
Okay.
And last time when I played challenging, I think I would die to a boss. Every boss I would die like at least 8 to 10 times before I can master the move. But challenging, like now the normal mode I'm playing, I can defeat the boss in like one try usually. Like if I die once, that's all I'm gonna die. Like I wouldn't die again.
Okay.
So it's a lot easier. But the graph, it runs. It's 60. It's like 40. It runs perfect 60 on the deck. It looks really good, and it's voiced by Ben Starr.
Oh wow!
Kazan is Ben
He's getting a lot of work.
Yeah. Kazan is Ben Starr, and it's a really long game actually. It's like 37 hours long. It's a lot of bosses, a lot of side quests. So it's pretty good. But it's hard. I think among like all the Souls-like games, like it's a parry heavy game. So it's parry and dodge. Okay, if you were to compare it to Black Myth Wukong, because that's the game that I think is the easiest comparison for you. It is the difficulty. It is easier than base Black Myth Wukong.
Okay.
Yeah, but it is but on challenging difficulty, it is a lot harder. Yeah.
Okay.
Like Wukong, when you played it, you don't remember dying. I mean, you died a few times to certain bosses, right? But you don't remember dying more than like 12 times on a boss, right?
Depends. I mean, some bosses definitely die a lot more, but
you don't know the trick. Some bosses have tricks, right? Like you need to go
especially
get
those
this
that
item.
have like second phase, that kind of thing. Then yeah.
Like you remember there was this sand in Act 2. There's this one that he cast like the tornado sand. Then if you manage to unlock the fan,
yes,
you can like
blow it away. Yeah.
So like once you have that, then that fight becomes super easy.
Yeah. That was the final boss of Act 2, right? The guy who holds his own head. Right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Act 2. Actually, I feel like Black Myth was so good. I feel like we're back to play. But those are the three main games I'm playing. I'm trying to finish Kazan, and then I will. What's that again I'm playing now? Well, it's okay. I'll talk about another time. What have you been watching? So
actually,
you watched Ironheart, right?
I've been grinding a lot of Destiny 2 also. Because
I've
been prepping.
So are you gonna raid?
Yeah,
I guess you're gonna raid.
I think I'm gonna raid. Yeah. So
I mean,
it's coming up.
Time, so.
It's coming up next month. 19. Yep. So it's a Saturday, 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I will. Hopefully we'll clear it lah. It'll be the first raid of the new.
But now it's not required here in one.
No, it's 48 hours. No, 40 hours.
48.
They increased it.
Last time it was 24.
Last time was 24. Yeah.
Okay.
So now you actually can take a break, go sleep. Last time you can't really take a break at all. Yeah. So yeah, I've been playing that. I played Monster Hunter today. There's a new update that dropped.
Wow. That's not the Lagaikus one, right?
Yeah, Lagaikus and Cerberus.
They added, and it's an underwater fight, right? I saw.
No, actually it's not. It's only one portion, maybe like 10% of the fight.
Oh.
It's just to stop his ultimate attack. That's all. Yeah. So it's pretty good. I beat him already. It took me like 12 minutes, which is quite long for a non-tempered monster.
And that was Seragios?
I have not tried Seragios yet. That's the next one.
I fought Seragios before.
Yes, he was in. He was in Rise.
He's not in Rise. No.
Oh,
I don't remember. I don't think he's in Rise. I don't remember him in Rise at least. Let's see. Seragios.
Yeah, he was in Rise.
He was?
I think so.
Okay, he was in MH4U. Oh yeah, you're right. He is in Rise.
He's the one that shoots the spines, right? Isn't he?
He's definitely, if he's in Rise, he's definitely in Sunbreak, and he's definitely.
No, he was in Sunbreak. He was in Sunbreak.
Yeah, and he's a later game monster, I think.
Yes,
because
correct. He was introduced in Sunbreak.
And I don't think he's not in the main story of Sunbreak, if I'm not wrong. I think he's probably he came as not a DLC, but the additional the update monsters.
Let me check.
Because I remember I finished the whole of Sunbreak, and then I don't remember him. But I also didn't play a lot of the updates in Sunbreak, so. But yeah, okay, cool. I should go back, but something about Wild. I feel like I need. There's been a lot of hoo-ha also about the updates, right? Up the performance in Wild.
Yeah, but
you have a.
Yeah, I mean honestly, I don't feel any different.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I'll probably feel it, but I'll just probably run it on GeForce Now or something. So. Yeah. You
should at least go and farm kill the two monsters lah.
Yeah. Did you have you watched Ironheart as well, right?
Okay, yeah. So I finished the first 3 episodes of Ironheart.
I watched the first 2 episodes.
Okay.
So what are your thoughts so far?
So do you already know how the story goes before you even watch? So I watched the trailers. I'm somebody who doesn't mind watching trailers.
I kind of know who Hood is.
Yeah, so
but
the trailer actually kind of spoils some stuff. Do you want me to say?
No, don't say it.
Okay.
Try to keep it as non-spoiler.
Okay, I won't say what happened, what I saw in the trailer that has not come out in the show yet, but you already know that it's magic, right?
As in the stuff that she eventually uses is magic?
The hood is magic, right?
Okay.
Or rather,
I don't know. Sure.
They haven't shown me? I'm pretty sure they have shown. The second episode, he bent the bullet.
The second episode is the heist.
The end of the heist, he bent the bullet, remember? Around her. And he can go invisible.
Okay. Yeah, I know he can go invisible. Yeah, but I mean, that could be tech as well.
There is going to be... I think there's going to be a blend. Yeah. From what I saw in the trailer. La. Yeah. And I don't know. I think that kind of dilutes the Iron Man brand, Because she's supposed to be she's supposed in the comics she kind of takes over his legacy. I don't know if you've read any of the comics or the history, but basically Tony Stark dies and he comes back as an AI, and she becomes
her AI.
Yeah, her AI. Yeah, so she actually carries on the Iron Man legacy lah. Yeah.
That would not be cheap for Marvel, but
Yes, but in this MCU, they're obviously not doing that because they
yeah,
can't.
I mean, but
Yeah.
to be fair, I'm okay with her backstory. Like, okay, so the backstory is that her AI is her dead best friend, right? The one that
Yes.
died. Yeah, so
That's
okay.
That's another thing that I don't really like. Like
Oh, okay.
it's not that I don't like the concept of her best friend being the AI, but
Yeah.
I just found it a bit too goofy. There's
like
too
it's
much
too
jokes.
kiddish, right? Two jokes, yeah.
Yeah,
It's not.
it feels like a Guardian of the Galaxy.
No, don't you feel
yeah.
this has similar vibes to? It's more similar to like She-Hulk than it is to like Moon Knight, for example.
Yes,
Like, Moon Knight is very.
like, I would have
Daredevil.
preferred if it was a bit more serious.
But she's a kid though. Riri.
That's fine. I mean,
Her
even
name
if
is
it's okay,
literally-
technically she's not a kid. She's like 19 years old already, right? In the show,
No, but yeah, true.
she's supposed to
But
be like a
usually we'll put
genius,
it
you know.
in the same vein that it exists in the same space as like Miss Marvel. That's how I see it.
Yeah, which
Which
You
you're
know-
not a fan of, right? As opposed to like Daredevil and Moon Knight. These are like the good Marvel shows that you really and the
yes.
Punisher.
So what I didn't really like is that why do they have to always go the same formula when it's a younger show, like a younger MC? Like, is it because if it's a teenage or young adult MC, it has to be this kind of like, stuff it full of jokes, not so serious, and then make it very like, how do you say it? Very young adult-ish kind of show.
But it is to young adults. That's why it's like the same thing as Skeleton Crew versus Andor.
You see, do you watch Skeleton Crew?
I did. I finished it.
I think Skeleton Crew had a very good balance of having the kids and then having Jude Law, having the more serious story of Jude Law.
True.
Which
true.
to me,
I
right,
agree with that.
this show doesn't have.
Lacks the Jude Law component, like an adult component of
Yes,
it.
even the so-called like the adults in the show, the crew.
Oh, no. Huh? Are they considered adults?
They're just like joking half the time, like cracking cracking jokes, saying like smart ass remarks and stuff. I don't know. It's just very. I just feel like it's very unnatural. Yeah.
I think my main issue actually is not the tone of the show. My main issue is I don't like Riri. I don't like the main character. I know what they're going for. Like they're trying to create an arc for her, right? Like they're trying to make it so that
like a redemption
she
kind
has
of thing,
she has a chip on her shoulder, right? Shoulder, right? She wants to prove that she is, because she did an internship in Wakanda, right?
Yeah.
With what's her name?
She was in Shuri. She was in Black Panther 2, right? Yeah.
And then now she's like trying to prove herself that she's a genius. So her main stick is that like I have the skills, just not the money. And if I had the money, I would prove everybody wrong.
I just want to say, she said that Tony Stark had billions. That's why he could like create Iron Man.
Yeah.
But she
But
forgot.
he made a cave. He
He
made a
made
cave.
the armor with a box of scraps in a cave. You know that iconic line.
Yeah. So that's the thing, is that I don't. I mean, maybe my view will change when it comes later on. But I don't like, even when Tony Stark was in the like Iron Man 1, right? Like Tony Stark is not a nice person.
Yep.
Like morally, he's not a nice person. But
not, yeah.
you can still kind of like get behind him a little bit, like because he was captured and then forced to work. And then do you remember Iron Man 1 where he had the translator, his friend, right?
Yep.
And that whole human component between like he's seeing his friend die for him,
was
very like
What's
that
his name?
added to his.
Anton. Is it Anton?
No, I don't remember.
Yeah.
But it's the whole component, and then that's what changes his life.
Yep.
Of course, you can say that maybe that's going to happen later on in iHeart, but they have like 9 episodes to do it.
6 only, I think, right?
No, I think
Is
it's
it
3 arcs of 3. I think, if I'm not wrong. 6 would be way too little, I feel. But anyway, I just don't like Riri has no. To me, there's no reason for me to root for her. Like even talk about like Miss Marvel, right?
6 only.
What's
6
her
only.
name?
So it's
What's
3
this only?
Yeah, that's why.
Like Miss Marvel, what's her name?
Kamala Khan.
Like Kamala Khan, right? She's likable.
Yeah.
Like even if she's like a good kid. Like even if I
Still
don't think
annoying
she's
though.
interested. She's annoying, but she's a good kid in a way, right? Riri is just to me, she's just irritating.
Yeah, she just wants
So-
to be smart. Like tell everybody
Yeah.
she's smart. Yeah.
It's like, yes, you're smart. So what? Like, yeah, okay, fine. Yeah. So anyway, we'll see whether it gets. When's the next 3 coming out?
The next week,
Next month.
like next week.
Uh,
It should be this week lah. This week, I
Yeah.
think. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll still watch it. I don't think it's.
yeah.
I actually think it's okay. Maybe it's a low bar, but I think it's better than what's it called? Secret Invasion. Do you watch Secret Invasion?
No, I did not.
Oh, don't watch it. It's bad.
Is it?
It's the Kree one,
Yeah.
you know it. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, it's enjoyable. I mean, the action scenes are pretty good, and the fights, the like the build up and stuff like that is pretty good. I do like his. Did you find it unbelievable where she met the guy who had that bunker full of illegal?
Yeah, I know.
I was like, guys, this is so Deus Ex Machina.
But you don't know who he is yet, right?
No, I don't know.
Okay, you'll know. Next episode, you'll know.
Does it? Does it? Okay.
It matters. Yeah, it matters.
Okay. I mean, I
Yeah.
assume he's an important character lah, because they have
Yeah.
rapport.
So I'm just like, we have shows like Loki season 2,
Yeah.
Daredevil, and like WandaVision, and then we have stuff like Secret Invasion, She-Hulk, and then now this.
She-Hulk is okay though. I didn't mind She-Hulk though.
The range of stuff like TV series that MCU has, Marvel has come up with is just.
But maybe that's their goal. That's their plan. Like they know that they have shows that cater to like it's like purposefully done. They know they cut
to different demographics. Right?
You are a hardcore fan. Like you read the comics, you understand the lore even before you watch the show.
Yep.
But people go in with like no such expectations,
Yeah.
and so.
Yeah, I mean, I will admit that it's not bad. I think it's decent, but it's not like in the top wanted. It's in the middle. It's a middle wanted for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Can I recommend you an anime that I've been watching recently?
Sure.
And I think it's an anime that you can watch with Meredith. I don't know if they have it in Singapore though.
Mm-hmm.
Can you check on Netflix? It's called Cells at Work. Have you heard of it before?
No.
The Japanese name for it is Hataraku Saibo, but it is an anime which basically
Oh yeah, we have it.
like your red blood, like it follows the red blood cell and the white blood cell, and it talks about like each episode is like, oh, like stomach infection, and then like the stomach infection will come out, and then they'll explain like different, like what's a platelet do, and then in this
That's
show,
quite cool. Yeah, I'm looking at it now.
the platelets are like they're like very little cute kids that like pour a net
So it's
over
actually
the
quite an
wound.
educational kind of
It's
anime,
super
right?
educational, and it's very, very funny. It's very cute. So I recommend it. Like it's a show that I would want my kids to watch.
I think
'cause
the
it's quite
problem is that
educational.
she won't be able to read.
Yeah. No, but I mean you can. Oh, you're right. Because it's on. There's no.
I will have to switch it. Oh, there's no English audio. Yeah. There
that
isn't.
sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That sucks though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll put it on
Sorry
my
about
list.
Yeah. When she gets older, maybe there's a dubbed version online or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's a really good. It's very interesting. It's even interesting for adults because you get to, watch.
Educate yourself.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you get yourself as well. Yeah, Mary just messaged me. Is that the one that the white blood cell is full of blood? And I was like, yeah, kind of. Because basically the white blood cell are the defenders of the body, right?
Yep.
So the white blood cell like rush after like the bacteria and will like stab them to get them away. So maybe I guess watch with caution. I wanted to ask you actually like what have you been watching any other shows?
Yeah, we're almost done with Squid Game 3 season 3.
Is it season 3 already?
Yeah,
Wow.
it just came out last week, I think.
Okay.
We're almost done. It's only like 6 episodes only. We're on episode 5. Yeah, so we're almost done.
Is it better than 2?
I would say it's better than 2 because it's actually a continuation of 2.
Okay, so it's like
Yeah.
a season 2 part 2.
So yeah, it's actually season 2, like that's 2.5. Because season 2 ended in the middle of the second game. So you can't really like say whether it's better or not because it's basically the same thing, right? But is it better than 1?
I remember this conversation we had. You said that the characters and story in 1 was so much better, but the games in 2 were
I will
very
say
good.
okay, so because I'm at almost the last episode, right? Most of them have died already. There's only like a few people left. I will say that some of the deaths, at least a couple of them, were more impactful than season 1.
1. Yeah. I only remember when the Oji-san died, the old man died.
I think it's also because it's not some of the deaths were not from the games.
Like murdered by some of the other contestants. That kind of thing.
Yeah, or sacrificed, that kind of thing. So you feel more. Yeah, but one thing Squid Game does, like I think both seasons that do very well, is that they build like the character development. They do the character development very well, so that when somebody dies, you feel damn sian.
Yeah, I mean
even though you know they have to die, because most likely like only a few of them will make it to the end, right? Yeah. And they develop like the stories of a few people, like maybe 10 of them, super well. And not all of them you like they even like develop the ones that they hated people so well that you hate them even more. And then when they make it through, you're like, wow, I wish he died.
And then you kill the good ones, right? Like Stark. It's Stark.
Yeah. So that's good. I mean,
I think that's good.
It's the only other show that I've been watching. Don't really have much time to watch also.
Yeah, not with Olivia. Okay. Actually, okay. The last thing I wanted to ask you about, like game and stuff like that, is what is your, because you are one of the few, well, no, I wouldn't say few, they sold like 4 million copies already by now, but like you're one of the few people who has a Switch 2
that you know,
and that's true actually, that I know. Actually, I know there's actually an American missionary that came to visit from Florida, and he bought a Switch 2 before he came. I have not played it yet though, but but apparently in America they have a lot of Switch 2s.
No, the thing is that I don't think stock is an issue for most places. Yeah. Like even in Singapore, I see so many shops selling.
It's an issue in Japan.
Okay, only Japan because it's Japan, right?
I have not seen one in the wild. Like when I go to like Yodobashi, I thought I can see one that I can try.
Yeah.
Right. They don't have that. It's all like chosen. Like you have to sign up for a lottery for it. I was like, okay.
Okay, because in Singapore, right, you can literally go to Shopee now and like there's a whole bunch of shops just selling. Yeah.
Okay, so what's your impression about it? How does it feel?
It's better than the Switch one for sure.
I mean, that's a low as bar.
Yeah. Okay.
How about compared to the Steam Deck?
So okay, hardware wise, obviously it's better than the Steam Deck, right? Because it's more souped up.
Yeah. It's the power is comparable, but it's also so much thinner. The thing so I would say definitely.
Like it can output like better high resolution, more FPS than a Steam Deck could. So I think in that area it wins. But one thing that it still sucks, right, is the ergonomics.
I heard, because it's still very thin, right?
It's terrible. Yeah. It's still okay. I mean, some people will say like you want it to be thin because it's a handheld, right? You want it to be thin, you want it to be light. But I find it, because I did play it handheld for a while, like maybe like a few hours so far, and that was before I got the D-brand thing, right? Wow, it's really very it hurts after a while, especially if you have big hands. It hurts.
Because it's flat. It's just a flat piece of device.
Correct.
There's no ergonomics actually.
So I'm really glad I bought the D-brand. I don't know if you heard about the controversy for surrounding the D-brand grip.
I only heard the one about Genki. I don't know about the D-brand one.
Yeah, so D-brand came up with the Q Switch case for Steam Deck, right? And so they came out with the Q Switch case for the Switch. And it's quite ironic because so what happened is that they came up with this thing where it's 3 pieces. So it goes around the Joy-Cons and it goes around the tablet, right?
Yeah.
Because you want to be able to like remove it, because of the way the Switch 2 is designed, magnetic, right? So what happened is that there is actually a very small gap between the tablet and the Joy-Con when the Joy-Cons are connected to the tablet. So if they released this I can't remember the name of the game. It's like the Astrobot of Astro's Playroom of
Nintendo World Tour.
Yeah, Welcome Tour. Something like that. Yeah, and it's $10, right? I didn't buy it, but what happens is that in the Welcome Tour they actually explain why there is a gap between the Joy-Con and the tablet. So what happens is that because it's held by magnets, right? If there is no gap in between, there is full leverage when you twist it, like bend it down.
So it will break it basically.
Yeah. Or not break it, but it will detach very easily. The magnets will loosen easily, right? But if there is a small gap, the leverage is not so much, so you can actually like bend up and down.
Kind of wiggle and
Yes, you can wiggle.
Yeah,
so you can literally hold the switch like this, like parallel to the ground, and you can shake it, right, and then the switch will literally go up down while you're holding the Joy-Con.
And it will still remain connected.
And to the magnet. Because the magnet is strong enough. So what happened is that the D brand cover actually like how to say
brings it together,
reduces the gap to the point where people can't even lift up their Joy-Con, their switch by the Joy-Con. It just detaches immediately. So there was a huge drama about it. Like there were tens, hundreds of videos that came out online to show how terrible it was, and it was almost always the right Joy-Con. Somehow it's because apparently the battery is more loaded on the left, so that's why the right Joy-Con detaches more easily. Because the weight.
Also you pick up your switch on the right, like you're right-handed. So
yes. So D-Brand was radio silent for 3 to 4 days, and then they came up with this long ass Reddit post, thousands of words, that kind, with gifs or gifs of how you should hold your Joy-Con, your switch. So basically, the TLDR is that they were saying that you are holding your switch wrong.
It's not us, it's you.
They are like most people or majority of people do not hold their switch by their Joy-Con when they are playing. But the thing is that when you pick it up from the ground, if you pick it up with one hand, let's say you're holding something else, or let's say you're playing like that, right? You're playing like that, and you want to take your drink, you will let go of one hand, right?
No, that's stupid. You definitely hold it by the Joy-Con.
Yes. And how about
I remember my switch, there's so many times where I just hold it one hand and I just
how about
around
kids? When a kid is playing it, because they were saying that regular people will hold the Joy-Con like that with your fingers spread towards the
when you're playing.
So obviously they got a huge backlash from that, and people are just saying you guys are crazy lah. It was the whole, I don't know if you remember, but I think iPhone 4 had the antenna gate issue where the antenna of the iPhone was this metal band around the iPhone. And if you held your phone in a way that your hand was on the metal band,
you wouldn't get reception or something, right?
And then Apple came out to say that you are holding your iPhone wrongly, and obviously it blew back, there was a big backlash against them. So it was the same thing lah. So after a couple of days, they wrote a second post where they apologized and said obviously that wasn't the best response that they could have given. They shouldn't have blamed the users, and they are going back to fix all the issues. They've kind of identified the issue. Basically, something to do with the lip of the Joy-Con. So one of their huge catch of buying this grip is that you do not have to use any adhesives. You can just literally slip the Joy-Con into the grip, and then it will hold it there. And even if you use the detach the Joy-Cons from the screen, the grips will not come out. But it's something to do with the lip of the grip, where it's just too much, protruding out too much to hold the grip onto the Joy-Con. And so they said they're going to redo it. They're testing out 2 more solutions, and then they'll find the best one. And they said they will send a free copy to everyone who bought
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was before I got mine. So when mine arrived, I was like, okay, moment of truth. So I did mine, and mine was fine. So some people, they identified that because of the whole machining thing, right? There's something like a 2 mm or 0.2 mm difference in the some people machining had better ones, some people had a bit more the material was a bit thicker lah. So I had a pretty good one. So I was holding it and I was doing the whole shaking thing with one Joy-Con. It didn't fall. So I was like, oh.
Okay. So long story. Does it improve the ergonomics a lot?
Much better. So it changes the Joy-Con grips into the Steam Deck grips.
So it kind of adds a.
So there's a grip. So the one bad thing about it is that if you have the grips on, Switch comes with this rectangle thing where you can slot the 2 Joy-Cons, and then it becomes a square controller.
Yeah, you can't use that anymore.
So you can't do that because it comes with their own grip, right? So what I did was I unscrewed the grips off the rectangle thing, and I just kept the rectangle thing. So when I connect my Joy-Cons now, I can still use it.
I mean, you can screw those off. I mean, that's pretty smart that they allow you to do
I found
that.
it online. Somebody did it, so I was like, oh, just follow it lah. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's,
That makes
there's
sense.
even people who have 3D printed like stuff also, but I don't have 3D printer, so yeah.
Actually, a lot of the Switch grips, like you buy Switch controllers, right? Like the non Nintendo ones, where it's like bigger. Like I have ones at home, like the big ones. When you sell you, they also give you like the rectangular strip in the middle, so you can attach it to be normal Joy-Cons. It's pretty normal. So I mean that's the good thing about the Switch, right? You can do this.
Like for me, because I mean my birthday was like yesterday, right? So Sherilyn got me the Pro controller too.
True, which I heard is very good.
It's super good. Like it's amazing how it feels. Yeah.
Yeah, like they say it's a huge upgrade over the Pro controller was really very good.
It's really very good.
The D-pad, I heard the D-pad and the buttons feel really
good. And
the
joysticks are like super smooth. Yeah, and they added 2 more buttons to the grips. So for your
you have all your basically
it's called
left
GL and GR. Yeah.
Yeah.
So one thing is that it really helps for Breath of the Wild and
you can
Tears
program
of the Kingdom. Yes, you can program the 2 grip buttons. So what happens is that I don't know if you remember, but you have to run by pressing the B button. Pressing and holding the B button. So when you do that, right, you can't move your camera unless you use like
the claw grip, right? You have to hold like that.
Yeah, which is so dumb, right? So I programmed one of the grip buttons to be the B button so that I can sprint and move my camera. Yeah, it's amazing. Such a huge quality of life.
It is like one of the things that I have that the Steam Deck has that I cannot go back to any other thing that doesn't have a back controller.
Yeah, like the pedals, right? The back pedals.
Yeah. Like even the one I have now, I have the 8-bit wireless too, right? So the 8-bit wireless Ultimate, right? So this is a really good controller. Yeah. This is really good. Yours is the 2C, right?
Mine is the 2C.
Mine is the Ultimate. So
mine also
has
pedals.
Yeah, but yours doesn't, right?
Doesn't, yeah.
Yeah, mine has 2. Like one. Mine is I think one on.
Does yours have this one? The third button here?
Which one? No.
Yeah, the original. The 2C doesn't have the back pedals, but they put the 2 extra buttons.
But it's different. It's different. You it's different. You still want it.
Yeah, because you want
to
the
sprint,
correct.
Yeah, it's different ergonomically to press the back versus the top.
Yeah.
Right. Like if you want to sprint, right, just holding the back is so easy.
Yep.
Versus like having to press, because once you press on top, right, you can't. Let's say you want to sprint and shoot, right? Then you have to hold and press this.
Yeah, correct.
Right, which is awkward, right? As opposed to pressing this and shooting with this.
Yep.
Yeah, but I think that it's like I'm kind of surprised that the Switch controller doesn't have it. Like the original Switch, I mean the Switch 2, the Joy-Cons don't have it.
I mean, I think they want to sell their Pro 2.
That's true.
For all you know, they might come up with the Joy-Con Pros, you know,
Joy-Con
the Pro Joy-Con. Yeah.
Typical.
Do you know Joy-Cons are like 150 SG?
It's crazy.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. But I mean, that being said, like my overall.
It better not have. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry, you better not have one.
No. Go ahead.
I just want to say, like, my overall verdict is that I will still use the Switch 2 as my Nintendo exclusive machine. I wouldn't play Cyberpunk or I don't know any of the other games that they have ported, Elden Ring or that. I would still play on my PC. Yeah. So,
but that's because you have a good PC though.
Correct.
For people who don't have it, this could be their.
But it's still pretty amazing that they managed to fit Cyberpunk onto the Switch. Yeah.
I mean, did you see Sklep's review?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. So he just said like, I mean, the thing I think he said most point which I agree with. I don't have it, but it makes sense to me. Is that when you buy the Switch 2 now, you're not buying for it now. You're buying it for the promise
the future,
of things
all
that will come with
correct.
the Switch 2. Right, because there's honestly, apart from games that you're playing in the original Switch generation, there's no real games you're playing it for now. Right,
okay,
you're playing it for Mario.
I will say that I'm glad I waited for the Switch 2 to play Tears of the Kingdom. Because if you've seen Tears of the Kingdom on Switch 1, the performance is pretty bad.
I mean, it's like 30, right? It's
and
38.
From what I heard, even like Scarlet Violet and Arceus and all that plays like super well on the Switch 2, but plays horribly on the Switch.
I mean, this purely just on just a power, like your chip itself sucks. So
I think one of the things that I'm damn sian regarding like owning a Switch 2 and like playing Nintendo games is that they don't go on sale. They hardly ever go on sale. And even if they do, it's it's like super like $10 off that kind of thing.
This is why I will, if when I buy a Switch 2 in the future, I will only buy physical games.
So
and I'll
that's what
only
I
buy
think I'm gonna do. I think I will look out for like people who want to sell their stuff on like Carousel and all that.
Digital is no longer the way to go.
Yeah.
Not for Nintendo.
I mean,
like digital for Steam, that's all.
there is a
Never
convenience
Steam.
aspect to it. Like, you don't have to stand up and like change your cartridge, but
But you pay out, you pay like
money.
double the price for for the price of a game you could buy 2 secondhand.
Yeah.
Right, because a lot of people will play the game and they'll sell it.
Yeah, I'm hoping. I want to pick up like. I know I'll probably have to wait like a few months, but I want to pick up like Donkey Kong, the Bonanza. Okay, that's cool. Yep.
All right. Maybe just to end off, we want to talk about some books. So I know you read. You didn't finish Uketsu last time, but you did finish it now.
I finished it. Yeah. No, the last time I think you introduced it to me, right?
Yeah, the last time I introduced it to you, but you hadn't read it yet.
Yes.
Right. And then now you read it, and you how did you read it in like fast? I read it in one night.
Not one.
I didn't put down the book.
Maybe like I don't know, 3 days. In 3 days, yeah. Shirley read it also. I introduced to her. She devoured it. Like she read it while she was like feeding Meredith.
Yeah.
Not Meredith, Olivia. Yeah.
It's one of those books that like the hook. I would say the hook. The first 2 stories, especially the first story where he tries to match the 5 pictures, right? That's the main hook, right? That's like what the heck is going on? That's a big hook. So, of course, I think the story dips a little bit, but
at first I thought it was like an anthology series.
Natural.
Then
they're not linked. You don't
after
think?
a while, then I realized that because like you read the first like 3 stories and you don't really they don't explicitly say how they are linked, right? It's only like the 4th and I think was it the 4th one? Yeah.
The 4th one. Then you realize that the grandmother is
or the mother is the grandma.
The grandmother is the first child that is in the prologue.
Yeah.
The one that
so
the bird in the tree. Right, and then the psychologist was like, it's such a good, and there's actually the sequel, which is
Strange House, right?
Strange House is actually on. I think you can watch it on Prime.
Wait, it's a show?
And it's a show. They made a show.
Oh wow!
So you might want to watch it with Sherilyn. I think it's on Prime Video. You check. It's on Prime in Japan. I don't know if it's out but it's actually much more horror than Strange Drawings.
So it's not a book anymore.
It is a book, but it is a book that has been translated to. Because what you have been waiting for was the English translation of it. The main book has been out for like 3-4 years already.
Oh, okay.
In Japan, the main Japanese book has been out from Japan for very long. Yeah, and then they recently made
on Prime on my site.
Ooh,
maybe I have to
VPN to Japan. But
they may not be subtitles. Yeah,
there's no subtitles, I think. But So okay. I heard it's quite good. I don't know if it's as good as Strange Drawings, but it's interesting that they would make a horror based on like house plans. That's interesting. I'm interested to see how that will go. And of course tomorrow the pilot comes out. Yes,
finally.
Been waiting for the pilot.
I've been waiting a lot shorter than you, so.
Yeah. For you, it's like, it came out already, but I've been waiting for a long time for it. So, yeah, the pilot comes out, and I think I'm gonna devour it in like 2 days, man. You're reading you got the audiobook, right? Or the book?
Yes, I got the audiobook.
Okay. Well, the book's not free. Okay, the book is free up to episode up to 3, but you still have to buy book 4, obviously.
Yeah.
I don't think it's very.
I'll do the audiobook since I did the audiobooks for the first 3.
Yeah, that's true.
But sometimes the person who reads the book is really good.
Yeah, Travis Baldry.
Yeah.
He's also a writer.
Oh, is it? Okay.
You can try. He has a very chill book called Something and Lattes. Let me look for it. Travis. It's like a cozy. It's about like an orc and the adventurer. Legends and Lattes. That's the name of the book.
Okay.
Yeah. Legends and Lattes. It's very chill. Quite interesting book. Yeah, quite interesting book. You can try reading it. Travis Baldry. Yeah.
It's called A Strange House.
Yeah, A Strange House. That's right.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see.
The thing is that in Japanese, the first book is called Hen no E, which is strange drawing.
Yep.
Hen is strange and A is drawing.
Yep.
And then the second show
Ue,
is called
right?
Hen no Ie.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Ie, which is house. Yeah. So it sounds almost the same. Hen no E and Hen no Ie. Yeah. I'm
There's
actually thinking whether I
subs.
should. Oh, there is sub in the what?
I think
in
so.
Japan?
Oh yes, there is subs. No, I'm on a 7 seas.
Yeah. Well, do we watch it? Watch it for sure. If I think you might enjoy it.
Okay.
Although there is something about the, I don't know, the reading aspect of it that may play a bit better to just watching it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you guys? The book is out though, I think. So
I know the
I'm
book
not
was supposed to come out in July, I think.
let me check Anna's archive. A strange house.
Yeah, it's out already.
Yeah,
It's
on,
already,
on Kindle.
already.
Is it called Strange?
Strange
is it called
Houses.
Strange House?
Strange
Strange
houses.
Houses.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, well, if you wanna. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay, this is the dilemma. Should I read it first or watch it first?
Correct, right. I think right. I mean, let me send you the book where you can download, like, if you don't want to pay for it. I think it might be better to read it first.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, because it feels like it's one of those things that might be better read.
Yep.
And then after that, watch it. If you feel like it's worth watching.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, up to you. All right. And then after pilot, you need to go back to finish Cradle. The thing is that you're at the slow part of Cradle. Once you hit,
it's okay. I mean, I've read like the first few chapters of Soul Smith. I didn't think it was that slow. Like I know you said like the first book is also quite slow, right? But I didn't really find it that slow. I like at no point did I feel like, oh, this is
a slog, right?
Yeah,
it's not a slog, but it's not that same.
It's
kind
not
of
fast
like,
paced.
oh,
it's not fast paced.
Yeah, it's not the same kind of not just in terms of pace, but like, you know, when you listen to Last Horizon, right? Like, you're like, oh damn, like at the end of the chapter, you're like, oh, that's a cool chapter. Like, I want to listen to the next chapter now. Right? There isn't that same kind of hook in Cradle until okay, where you are now, Lyndon is like the bottom of the bottom.
Yep.
Right? He's low. He's like cheating his way to some victories,
Yep.
but he's like, nope. The book version of him, but I mean, this is not spoiler because it is a progression. He will eventually get stronger, right?
Yep.
The book only gets really good when he starts punching at the same level. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and he doesn't have to
Like, right
use
now
like scummy tactics lah.
Yeah, he's like copper and iron. He's copper, right? Fighting
Yes.
against like golds. But later on, when he's at their same level, that's when you start to feel like, okay, things are gonna get good now. Yeah.
Like he finally made it to like his
Out of
copper
Secret
level
Value.
now. Yeah.
He's copper. But his ascension to iron is, I think, one of the coolest scenes in the book, in the series, when he ascends to iron, because there are different kinds of iron.
Okay.
Like, I don't know whether you remember, but basically they say like Yeren has a perfect iron body, and eventually, obviously, Lyndon also will get. There are like different like grades of iron bodies, which they will explain. Yeah. All right, man. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to the pilot tomorrow. Anything else you want to talk about? I didn't reading.
No, I think that's about it.
Yeah, man. Gambare for tonight. Hopefully tonight will not be.
I'm
too bad.
doing first shift tonight, so
When is first shift ending?
normally around 3. It actually depends on her feeding schedule.
So when you say first shift, that means when she wakes up, you just feed her formula. You don't.
So
breastfeed?
that means I take so I do the first half of the night.
Then after that she'll feed. When the Shaolin lessons she'll feed.
Then she'll breastfeed. Yeah.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
Because we do like Shaolin did express milk and then we have frozen milk, but it takes some time to
Damn long.
defrost, and because we have the heater, but it still takes a while compared to making formula milk. So if you like scoop water and you're done.
Yeah. All right. Okay, man. Thanks everybody for listening. This is episode 42 to Give Me This podcast. We'll see you guys next time. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.